Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK journey video. In this video we have Illucia and there is a new top team using Shemira, but one important point is it's also using Cryonaia. So a majority of players are not going to be able to run this top team, which I'm going to show to you. However, I still definitely want to showcase it, and if you have Cryonaia, then you can run this team. This is the top team. It has gotten close to 79 billion damage today, which is a huge score. Of course, with a maxed out account, we're not going to be able to get that high. But this is Real Fresto in front of Smokey, Illusion in front of Shemira, Blue Twin on the right, Pink Twin on the left, Cryonaia in the back. As for the charms, Butcher Charms onto Shemira, Butcher Charms onto Cryonaia, Eagle Charms onto the twins. That is really important. Fresto can have sorcery, and then Smokey can have recovering or sorcery, whichever ones you have. So there is RNG in this team as well with the harmonic spell. We're going to try it a couple of times just to show it to you in action and to see the potential of this. But it is ridiculous because, I mean, no one predicted Shemira to be the best for Snow Stomper. And for Illucia, it was even worse because you're actually going to be silenced for a longer duration, and you're even going to be turned into a cat occasionally, and Shemira will not get any value during that point. But this is the crazy thing. The ghost still kind of finished channeling onto the boss while Cryonaia's ultimate is active, and then the boss kills Cryonaia, so now we're just going to be able to burst the boss as much as possible. And so, like, there's no Harok in this team, and generally you always need to combo Cryonaia with Harok so that he eats her and prevents her from further cast of her ultimate, which will then drain the clock and cause you to just not get good damage. But because the boss can basically take that role and kill the Cryonaia for you, you're really happy, and then your damage units can continue dealing the damage. So on the first run, even though it looked like we got decent RNG, it was 71.3 billion damage, which is not great, but it's not bad either. And Shemira did do a high amount of damage. But we're going to try this. We'll skip run it a few times and see what the potential of this is. Look at that Shemira damage, 44.5 billion damage. But really, it honestly is insane how Shemira is being used in basically every boss she has faced so far. But yeah, this team needs Cryonaia, and if you don't have Cryonaia, there is not a replacement for it. You're gonna have to run the other second or third best teams. Okay, there we go. We got a new record. Okay, on the second try, new record, 74.1 billion damage. That is what I'm talking about. Better RNG of the Smokey hitting more damage in this run. But I think I'll do a couple more skip runs. Let's see what is the potential that we can hit, and then I will show you guys the other teams that you can try for today. If you don't have basically Cryonaia, because yeah, there is one other Shemira team. However, even at a max account, it's only getting 70 billion damage, whereas the other teams at a max account are getting 75 to 76 billion damage, which means that it isn't really recommended for people to run the other Shemira team. But I guess I can show it to you if you want to try running a Shemira team, but I don't think it will be the best for you. I think the best teams from the previous week, whichever one you chose out of the previous video that we made, those are going to be the best for you today. But I'll recap some of the top teams, and then let's show the other Shemira team option as well. Okay, but yeah, look at this. This is crazy RNG. Honestly, even after that run, I'm tempted to just stop, because it did set a new record, which is crazy. 74 billion damage. I don't even know. Is there potential to get higher? As of right now, my server has attacked. One of the powerful players, Lazy, has attacked, who is normally competing for the top 3 every single time. But the top one has not attacked yet, and maybe he could beat this. I don't know. I think what we'll do, we'll show you the other teams right now, and then at the end we can maybe recap all of this. So the other top team, which is the second best team for today, is going to be this one, also with the Eagle Charms onto the twins, if you're going to run this team. And here we have it. So Real Fresto in front of Smokey, Illusion in front of Sonia, Sonia and Sinbad on the Stellar Bond, Pink Twin on the left, Blue Twin on the right. This will also have RNG, but not as bad RNG as compared to the Shemira team. So you should be able to hit a top score pretty quickly. So this is a great team, and the charms would be Gale onto Sinbad, Arcane onto Sonia, Sorcery onto Fresto, Recovering or Sorcery onto Smokey, and Eagle, like we said, for the twins, that is a good team that you can run. Otherwise, the other two teams, which are also like the third and fourth best teams, we have the Gale Charms onto the twins. This is another great team, and actually this was one of my top performing from the previous week, and it will be with the Gale Charms on the twins. So just have the Gale Charms on the twins, as you can see from the heading here, and then you're going to have Sonya buffing up Sinbad, blue twin on the right, pink twin on the left, Real Fresco in front of Smokey, and Illusion onto the left, in front of nothing with the harmonic spell, and the charms are going to be sorcery, recovering, Gale, and arcane, and just have the Gale Charms under the twins for this comp. And then the final team, which is the fourth best team basically of today, is a Shakira comp without Sonya, and this is going to be with the sorcery charms on twins are working just fine. And you're going to have blue twin on the right, pink twin on the left, Real Fresco in front of the Smokey, Illusion in front of the Shakir, and also Sinbad on the Stellar Bond. And again, to recap, the charms of the other four heroes: sorcery onto Fresco, recovering onto Smokey or sorcery, Gale onto Sinbad, and Mystic onto Shakira. And then for the twins, it can be with the sorcery charms. Okay. So that is it for the top 4 teams. Now I'm going to show you the other Shemira team. Okay guys, so here is the other Shemira team, but keep in mind, this is not a top performing team. This is probably the 5th or 6th best team of today. However, if you want to give it a try and the other teams aren't working great for you, you can run it. And it will be the best with the Gale Charms on the twins, but some people have been doing fine with the sorcery charms on the twins as well. So you can go for either of those: blue twin on the right, pink twin on the left. And on the Stellar Bond is Shakira and Smokey. So when you're buffing up the Smokey and the Shemira, and Shemira again will want the Butcher Charms. Basically, her best charm set for Dream Realm for Shemira is the Butcher Charms. The other heroes will have Arcane Charms onto Sonya, Mystic onto Shakira, and Recovering or Sorcery onto Smokey. Okay, so with all of that covered, I think what we're going to do is we're going to keep trying the Cryonaia team. Let's see whether we can hit a higher record with it, because it did hit my record for today, and I want to see what is the maximum potential of this team. Then we'll take a look at the replay of the top scoring run to see exactly what happened and how it worked. But basically, do not get like baited into recruiting Cryonaia just for this specific comp. Generally, up until now, Cryonaia has not seen much use in Dream Realm, very niche use, and usually a minor score upgrade compared to the second best team after her, and it is the same case today. The second best team and the third and other teams that we showed you, those are going to get very, very close to the score of this team comp, and so you can safely run those. You do not have to run this team. But when you want to like absolutely maximize the score of today, it will be with this Cryonaia team as of right now. But look at it, the RNG is pretty brutal. Like, this is going to be the 10th run that we do of it, and only one of them was actually a nice run. Otherwise, like, yeah, okay, this is not a bad run. However, only one of them was actually able to break the record that I set in the previous week, which was with, like, the second, third, fourth best teams. So, yeah, that is kind of the thing. Illucia is a high RNG boss. You need to not only get lucky, but you need to have high investment of specific heroes if you want to get a top score. And overall, I'm pretty happy with the 74 billion. I think, honestly, let's just take a look at the 74 billion damage replay, because I think that is probably as high as I'm going to get for today. Which is definitely good, but there is potential for more. And I don't know how much more, though. It probably would just be more Smokey damage or something. It seems like Shemira's damage is exactly the same as the previous run. So let's see what happens here. So Shemira casts her ultimate, the ghosts are channeling, and wow, okay, the ghosts keep channeling during the Cryonaia frozen, or like frozen domain. That is really powerful. I guess that's why there's so much synergy. Ah, that's crazy. Okay, so this is why Shemira is working with Cryonaia, is only because the ghosts continue to channel onto the boss while the frozen domain is active. And when I first was watching the attack that we did, it seemed like they just kind of were stalling, but no, they were attacking the Illucia throughout. No wonder this is so good. And then Cryonaia gets sniped, like, by the boss, which is perfect. So you need a lot of things to happen. You need Cryonaia to die after she casts 2 ultimates, because otherwise she's just going to keep sucking time, and then you're not going to be able to get all of your other heroes' damage off. So you need Cryonaia to die after those 2 ultimates, but those 2 ultimates are going to be enough to maximize Shemira's damage. And then Smokey, he needs to hit high enough damage with his blue aura. But I think this was my record from the previous week, 72 billion damage or so. But in this week we got over 74 billion, which is crazy. But it needed a lot of RNG to make that happen, of course. So yeah, the Illucia is a high RNG boss. You can run the other teams, and those other teams even have the potential of beating 74 billion. So even the Cryonaia team is not necessarily far and above the other teams. However, it is the overall top performer of today by a small amount, and so that's what I wanted to show. And it does use Shemira as well. The other teams do not use Shemira. And it's crazy Shemira is somehow working even for Illucia. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. That is going to be it for this one. If you have any other teams which will work for you, you can feel free to share them in the comment section. If you're not already subscribed to our YouTube channel, please smash that subscribe button. Also, feel free to join my AFK Journey Discord server. There's a link to that in the description of this video. Thank you for watching. I'll hopefully see you in the next video. And until then, everyone, peace out for now.